best Philly shell since Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
His defense was incredible.
Yeah. Defense, and he stayed. And that guy was putting the guy from Golden Boy. I can't remember his name, who he fought, but was just a good fighter and was really pressuring him. And Shakur stayed in the pocket.
Yeah.
He stayed in the pocket.
He also said he's
people
not
were calling him a runner before.
Anymore.
He's not a runner,
Teofimo is just a sore loser. He's just a peanut brain, so.
Shakur, that guy will put anybody to sleep outside the ring. Not inside the ring, because that's like, he's the most boring fighter in the history of boxing. And they can say whatever they want, they can hype him up and all that stuff, but I really feel bad for him, because there's no way they could put him on pay-per-view.
Look, this whole thing started when Teo Lopez basically said ESPN could have all their black fighters. Just dropped that comment like a grenade and walked away. But this wasn't your typical pre-fight nonsense. This cut way deeper, hitting Shocker Stevenson and other fighters, where it really hurt. The boxing world erupted immediately. What seemed like career rivalry suddenly became something much more personal and ugly.
I'm gonna go with my boy Shakur. I just think we'll just keep the distance, keep it clean, fight when he needs to, box when he needs to. But I do like Lopez. He's very athletic. He knows how to box, and I think when he's an occasion like this, he does rise to it. But I just think Shakur's been around the world as an amateur as well as a pro. I think he's more of a seasoned fighter. I'd say Wood maybe. I think they've both been a bit inactive, but I'd say Wood. I think he's a bigger puncher. I think he might just clip him and hurt him. Sugar Nunes, I was out in Japan. That's actually where I met Inoue at that fight. I'd never watched him before until then. He's relentless, he can hit hard, he's a small target. I'll go with Nunes. You gotta go with Shields. I think she's ticked every box as a pro and amateur. I think the fought before she's beat her, so I think he'll be 2-0.
Shakur saw right through it. He called Lopez out for what he really was, jealous of the attention and coverage other fighters were getting, especially the black athletes ESPN kept featuring. This wasn't about boxing politics anymore. Lopez tried to dress it up like he was frustrated with promoters, but Stevenson knew better. This was a direct shot at him and his peers, trying to tear down everything they'd built. The whole situation went from professional competition to deeply personal warfare in seconds.
Canelo has a unique style that works for Canelo himself. Didn't happen that night. I had Crawford winning the fight, and he did. So this is not that, you know? And my best attribute in my skill set is my footwork. So I look forward to seeing how much am I going to develop going against a fighter like him. What did I learn from all the fighters that I faced in my 23 fights as a professional fighter? So exciting.
Is there a rematch clause in this?
No rematch clause. We risk it all the time. No need for a rematch clause.
So here's when everything goes down. January 31st, 2026 at Madison Square Garden in New York. This is the main event for Ring 6, and it's going to be massive. Both fighters stepping into that ring at 140 pounds, junior welterweight. Lopez has his WBO super lightweight title on the line, and Stevenson is moving up, hungry to grab that belt. This isn't just another fight night. This is boxing history in the making.
You know, people think the fight with Teo is either going to be you delivering a masterclass
or a knockout by Teo.
Yeah, or you getting into some type of brawl with Teo and end up getting knocked out, right? What are fans getting wrong about the matchup?
I think the fans is getting wrong about the matchup is where I'm not sleeping on that I know about Teo. Teo's a good boxer. He's boxer first. So we could say, oh, he's just gonna knock you out. He's just gonna, that's not him. He's boxing first. He's gonna want to establish distance and range on the outside and try to beat me up on the outside. So I think that's the main thing. And also the biggest thing that everybody don't realize with me, I can punch. Everybody say, oh, he can't punch, and then boom, crack somebody, and then they laying down, or something may happen to where they hurt or something like that. So I think that's two big things where they don't understand or know.
Here's what makes this crazy. Stevenson is jumping straight to 140 pounds and immediately going after a champion like Lopez. No warm-up fights, no testing the waters. His first professional bout at this weight is against one of the division's most dangerous fighters. Boxing analysts are already calling this the biggest risk of his career. But that's Shakur for you. He's not interested in playing it safe or building up slowly. He wants greatness right now.
I will be 100 times better come fight night against Teofimo Lopez than I was against Zepeda. 1,000 times better. Faster, sharper, stronger, mentally more on point, and I can't wait.
You said a couple of times now you see some holes in Teofimo's game. I know you don't want to give away your game plan at the kickoff press conference, but where are the weaknesses? Where are some of the weaknesses in his game?
A lot of the weaknesses is in his mental. I think it's more mental than anything, and I'm going to expose it.
You said in your last fight that you proved you were a dog against William Zepeda. What do you want to prove in this one?
That I'm the best. I want to show the world that I'm the best. After this fight, I want to be considered top 5 pound-for-pound fighter in the sport, and I can't wait to show it.
You said this week that you were in for a rude awakening when you get to 140. What do you think he's in for when he goes up against you?
I think he just don't realize how good I am. I think come fight night, he's going to realize that I'm going to take it to another level that he has never seen before. So if he's expecting the Lomachenko, the Josh Taylor fight to happen, it won't be that type of fight.
Teofimo, let me start with first. I've noticed you're doing a lot of reading and a lot of writing there as this pressure's been going on. What have you been kind of jotting down over the last few minutes?
Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Yo, for real, y'all not excited for this? Yo, hey, production, can y'all put the echo down a little bit? But listen, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm just, just doing some self-work. That's all it is. But nevertheless, man, shout out to the Knicks. NBA semifinals against the Orlando Magic. That's up, coming soon. Let's go Knicks. I'm excited for that. And yeah, man, y'all not excited, man? This is 2 of the guys that they say is the best of the best. About to lace it up here in beautiful Madison Square Garden, the mecca of boxing. January 31st. Chris Mannix, I'm happy, man. I'm grateful, thankful, blessed. And gonna have Shakur Jigama,
You said you're gonna do what?
Jigga my balls.
What? Pause, bro.
You fell for
wow,
that shit.
bro. Why you always doing that, bro?
To Niagara Falls.
Teofimo, you could have gone a few different directions for your next fight. Done a unification at 140. You've talked in the past about moving up in weight. Why was this the right fight for you?
Hold on, I'll tell you what.
Fuck you too, nigga. Fuck wrong with you?
I mean, come on now. Like, he's saying this, he's saying that in the third, but in reality, man, this guy is the best, and we're here to face the best. And that's just what it is. Forget the rest. That's all it is, man. That's what it takes. We define the odds. We're against all odds. And to DraftKings and to all the betting odds out there, make sure you keep the odds in highly favored in Shakur. I got a lot of people that are starving, and they need to make their money. So
let's talk about what Stevenson brings to this fight. Olympic silver medalist with a perfect professional record. His defense is absolutely elite. That southpaw movement drives opponents crazy, and his accuracy is surgical. He's dominated every weight class he's touched, and now he's going for title number 4. We're talking about a fighter who could cement himself among the all-time greats with this performance.
I'm not none of them fighters. I think that he did some great things against them guys. I seen a lot of weaknesses in his game too, and something that he said earlier, he said, Tio never lost to a southpaw. Well, I never lost to orthodox. So it ain't no different, but
the difference is you never fought no elite fighter.
Okay, I don't think y'all did either.
Oh, so you gotta show it, baby.
I don't think y'all did either. I ain't see.
Not on my son.
I ain't see Lomachenko throw no punches.
You never been on a big stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches.
You never been on a big stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches.
Cause we frozen.
Okay, you gonna see.
We gonna freeze you too.
You better not throw the towel in.
Come on, man. You out of your mind.
Okay.
Shit. My son fought without no air. My son fought without no air against Cambosis.
You can't fight for your sons. You can't fight for your sons.
You gonna tell me, man? Come on.
can't fight for your son.
I bet you gonna quit.
Yeah, okay, you gonna see.
All right?
Shakur, we've heard seniors say a couple of times or bring up the Zepeda fight, maybe kind of hoping that you fight that style. Do you think they're trying to get you out of your game in that way?
I will be 100 times better come fight night against Teofimo Lopez than I was against Zepeda. 1,000 times better. Faster, sharper, stronger, mentally more on point, and I can't wait.
You said a couple of times now you see some holes in Teofimo's game. I know you don't want to give away your game plan at the kickoff press conference, but where are the weaknesses? Where are some of the weaknesses in his game?
A lot of the weaknesses is in his mental. I think it's more mental than anything, and I'm going to expose it.
You said in your last fight that you proved you were a dog against William Zepeda. What do you want to prove in this one?
That I'm the best. I want to show the world that I'm the best. After this fight, I want to be considered top 5 pound-for-pound fighter in the sport, and I can't wait to show it.
You said this week that you were in for a rude awakening when you get to 140. What do you think he's in for when he goes up against you?
I think he just don't realize how good I am. I think come fight night, he's going to realize that I'm going to take it to another level that he has never seen before. So if he's expecting the Lomachenko, the Josh Taylor fight to happen, it won't be that type of fight.
Stevenson sitting there completely calm, saying he's already studied everything Lopez has to offer, and frankly, he's not impressed. He believes his skills and fight IQ are just on another planet compared to Teo. Shaker's promising to put on a clinic come fight night, showing everyone exactly why he's the more complete fighter. The weight jump doesn't worry him one bit.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Chris. This place is special. I think when this fight was talked about, I think both Shakur and Teofimo Lopez need a huge amount of credit for making this fight. Both of the guys are the respective kings of their division. Teofimo Lopez, the #1 guy at 140. Shakur, the #1 guy at 135. And when I heard about this fight, I didn't expect it to happen. And, you know, the work that His Excellency's done, Ring Magazine, to make this fight quite sensational. But the icing on the cake is to see the fight at Madison Square Garden. This is, for me, the absolute mecca of boxing. And speaking to Joel and Sal, the incredible team at the Garden, the pre-sale numbers are through the roof. This place will be full to the rafters on January 31st. You've got Newark against Brooklyn, but more importantly, you've got 2 generational great fighters. In Teofimo Lopez, a guy that beat the man at 135, up at 140. But this guy to my right, when you talk about chasing greatness, 28 years of age and trying to become a 4-division world champion on January 31st. Look at the names in the history that have done it. Roy Jones Jr., Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Juan Manuel Marquez. Greatness only gets appreciated over time. Let's acknowledge what we're about to see on January 31st. This is 2 guys in their absolute prime. And we should be very, very lucky in a sport that's dominated by money, and these fighters deserve every penny they get. These guys are chasing legacy. And that's so motivating to be involved in an event like this. And the undercard will be announced in due course. Frank Smith and the brilliant guys at Seller and Ring Magazine. Rick, thank you very much. This is just an incredible event to be involved with. But just take it in and enjoy what we're about to see. 2 great fighters in their prime, putting it all on the line for their legacy in the sport.
During the press conference, Stevenson broke down exactly what he sees wrong with Lopez's approach, especially mentally. He basically said, Teo doesn't even understand how good Shakur really is. That's pure mind games right there, trying to plant seeds of doubt before they even touch gloves. But then he addressed the weight concerns head on, saying Lopez isn't that much bigger, and size doesn't win fights at this level anyway. He promised fans he'll be sharper, faster, and mentally locked in like never before. According to Shakur, technique and intelligence beat raw power every single time.
Stevenson's going to be having a fight coming up. I know there's a lot of pressure having to perform. Some people have been very critical of, you know, this last fight. He has the free agency thing coming up. Any kind of wisdom, advice, you know, and something for a young fighter?
Shakur don't need me to give him any wisdom. Shakur that guy, man. And call it whatever you want to call it. He ain't gonna be with Top Rank, whatever y'all want to say. You know, you hated this. Not. He don't need me to say what he needs to do. Shakur already knows what he needs to do. You know, he's seeing Tank shine. He's seeing Tank get that attention. But you know, his ultimate goal is to be the best at 135 pounds. That's his goal. So he gonna come in feeling some type of way. He gonna come in refocused, dedicated like always, and he gonna show y'all. He gonna show y'all what he's made of on that night when he returns. Trust me, he will. You know, he has that in him, dog. He's different, cut from a different cloth, bro.
He's the one that beat Tank, you think?
Yeah. Yeah, and call me a hate. I don't give a damn. Yeah, y'all keep coming at me. Keep bringing that hate. Keep bringing that hate, baby. I love it.
Lopez fired right back, making it clear he actively hunts the best competition instead of taking easy fights. He's calling this a true legacy-defining moment, exactly what boxing needs more of. Elite fighters actually facing each other when it matters. Teo sees this as his chance to prove he belongs in the conversation with boxing's greatest champions, someone who seeks out challenges instead of avoiding them.
I actually set this fight up. And I honestly did it because I wanted to push myself. I know that Teo is a tremendous fighter. I know he's on an extremely high level. And I feel like, well, I know that I can beat him, but I know that this should be a tough set, so I'm ready.
Who were some of the other options you had?
Lamar Roach.
That would have been a real good fight, man. But I mean, Teo, he's a bigger name, though, so I see why you went with him.
Yeah, bigger name, and also he got the more accolades. He's been undisputed before. He's won belts at 35, won belts at 30, at 40. So he's more accomplished. So I know that would be a better name on my resume.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that this is gonna be a tough fight for you.
I mean, they absolutely right to have their opinion. I already know this guy's good. I done came up in the amateurs with him. I chose this for that reason.
But Lopez had a warning for Stevenson too. He's promising Shocker will get a reality check at 40 pounds, where Teo has been battle-tested through wars with elite competition. He talked about his unpredictability, how opponents never know which version of him will show up. Lopez thrives under pressure and believes his experience at this weight will be the difference maker when everything's on the line. Most experts agree the excitement level depends entirely on Lopez being willing to press the action. Trainer Abel Sanchez warned that if Teo sits back and tries to counterpunch like Shocker does, this fight could turn into a boring chess match real quick. Both guys are brilliant technicians, but neither is naturally aggressive, so someone needs to force the pace or fans might be disappointed with the fireworks. Joe Rogan dove deep into this matchup recently, cutting through all the typical boxing promotion nonsense. He focused on what makes Shakur special, that elite defense, incredible timing, and supernatural ring awareness. Rogan pointed out how Stevenson can stay in dangerous positions because his defensive skills are just that good. It's technical brilliance that casual fans might not appreciate, but Rogan sees it as pure artistry. Rogan's take actually addresses criticism that Shaker might be boring by flipping the script entirely. He's saying this isn't about lacking excitement, it's about sophisticated boxing that creates a mental puzzle for opponents. Not everything has to be wild aggression to be entertaining. Sometimes watching a master technician work is its own form of captivating performance. Abel Sanchez even predicted this could end in a draw if both fighters play it too safe. He envisions each man having good moments but neither really committing to decisive action. That's the risk when you have two brilliant tacticians who aren't natural come forward fighters. We might see more strategic maneuvering than explosive exchanges. Breaking down their styles, experts give Lopez the edge in explosiveness and hand speed, while Stevenson gets credit for better bodywork, timing, and overall craft. Shakur's the ultimate technician with stick and move tactics. Probably the best defense in boxing right now, plus great reach and reflexes. Lopez is more of a boxer puncher who specializes in counter shots, a special athlete who saves his best for the biggest stages. Lopez's resume backs up that reputation too. Two-time Ring Magazine champion across different divisions, entered both title fights as a major underdog. He shocked everyone beating Lomachenko as a 4-1 long shot, then dominated Josh Taylor at junior welterweight. History shows he elevates his game when facing elite competition, which means Stevenson might be walking into the most dangerous version of Teo we've ever seen. Shakur quickly shot down any comparisons to Lomachenko or Taylor, saying he's a completely different type of fighter who shouldn't be measured against those guys. While respecting what Lopez's team accomplished against those opponents, Shakur made it clear he sees obvious holes in Teo's game that he plans to exploit. This isn't about following someone else's blueprint, it's about Stevenson writing his own. When Lopez bragged about never losing to a southpaw, Stevenson had the perfect comeback, pointing out he's never lost to an orthodox fighter either. Classic response that flipped the narrative completely. Then Shakur went further, questioning whether Lopez has actually faced truly elite competition throughout his career, suggesting this fight will be fundamentally different and expose Teo's weaknesses. Former champion Tim Bradley is convinced Stevenson has everything needed to eventually beat Gervonta Tank Davis when that unification fight happens. Bradley thinks Shakur will easily outbox and defeat Tank, seeing his defensive skills and ring IQ as the perfect stylistic matchup. He basically views Stevenson as the ultimate puzzle for Davis to solve. Promoter Eddie Hearn was absolutely buzzing about this fight, calling MSG the mecca of boxing and praising both fighters for making a rare legacy-driven matchup happen. Hearn made it simple. Lopez is number 1 at 140, Stevenson is number 1 at 135, so this is genuinely the best facing the best. That's what fans want, but rarely get in today's money-obsessed sport. Hearn emphasized how both men deserve massive credit for chasing greatness, instead of easy paydays. He highlighted Stevenson's ambitious goal of becoming a 4-division champion at just 28 years old, putting him in company with legends like Roy Jones Jr. and Sugar Ray Leonard. This is two elite fighters in their prime risking everything for glory, and fans need to appreciate how special that really is. Lopez's main criticism of Stevenson focuses on believing Shakur is afraid to get hit, thinking once that jab gets neutralized, raw aggression and power will take over. That reveals Teo's strategy: apply constant pressure, disrupt Shakur's rhythm, and force uncomfortable exchanges where power becomes the deciding factor. He's betting on Stevenson's supposed reluctance to engage in firefights. This goes way beyond boxing skills though. We're looking at deep personal animosity, completely different styles, and two fighters willing to risk everything for legacy. From Lopez's controversial comments to Stevenson's unshakable confidence and all the tactical predictions, every piece points toward an unforgettable night. January 31st, 2026 will crown a champion and potentially reshape the entire boxing landscape, setting a new standard for elite fighters pursuing true greatness.